She looked me square in the eyes and said it. He's better than you. No hesitation, no regret. Just those four precise words, better than you. That was the moment everything I believed about love collapsed in on itself. And what broke me wasn't just the words, it was how easily she said them. How effortlessly she delivered the final blow. She didn't blink, didn't flinch. There was no tremble in her voice, no apology in her tone. Before I go further, tell me where you're watching from. Drop your city in the comments. I want to see how far this story stretches, how far heartbreak can echo. We were sitting in the same cafe where we had our first date. Same table, same little corner by the window. I thought maybe she wanted to really talk about us, about what had been slipping through the cracks. I thought maybe she came to fight for something, to revive what was dying. But she didn't come to fix anything. She came to end it, softly, efficiently, like a business transaction. I remember everything, the delicate way she stirred her tea, the way her gaze kept dancing just past my face, as if eye contact might spark guilt. When she finally spoke, it was gentle, even. I didn't mean for this to happen, she said, but it did. He makes me feel alive. That word clung to me like wet smoke. Alive, as if, beside me, she had merely been breathing, as if my love had lulled her into some slow death. Then she stood up and walked out. No tears, no backward glance. I remained seated, paralyzed in a place that suddenly felt foreign. The air outside was thick, like trying to inhale through grief. My body moved, but my mind didn't follow. I couldn't comprehend how someone could extract your heart so cleanly, so clinically, and leave behind not even the courtesy of remorse. The weeks that followed were a waking nightmare. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. My body was present, but my soul had checked out. Her presence haunted the empty spaces, her voice in the silence, her smile in the back of my eyelids. Everything reminded me of her. My friends tried. They dragged me to bars, threw cheap jokes like confetti, offered new distractions, new faces. But it didn't matter. Grief is loyal. It follows you. It becomes the shape of your shadow. And every time I returned home, it felt colder than the night before. Then I saw them, online, him holding her radiant beside him, glowing in a way I never seemed to make her glow. His smile wide, her eyes lit from within. It looked like love, captured in pixels. And I felt like an understudy watching the real actor take the stage. A rehearsal, a placeholder. I started to wonder, was he more charming, more daring? Did he offer the danger she secretly craved? The rush I never gave her, I never asked. I didn't want to know, because some part of me feared she was right. But I refused to let that be my ending. Yes, I was shattered, but not beyond repair. So I began again. Piece by fragile piece, I joined a gym. Dusted off the camera I hadn't touched in years. Took long walks along wooded trails with music in my ears and pain in my chest. I blocked her online, cut off the constant feed of her happiness. I didn't heal for her. I healed for me, because I had to. Eventually, something shifted. One morning the coffee tasted good again. The sky seemed less oppressive. And one day, unexpectedly, I laughed, not the hollow kind, real laughter from the gut. And that's when I knew I was coming back. Peace found me in small places, in solo drives at dusk, in the crisp bite of winter air, in kind strangers who didn't know my history. I began to enjoy being with myself again. I no longer needed the echo of her memory to feel alive. Then, almost a year later, my phone buzzed. It was her. Just one line. "Can we talk?" I stared at it for a long time. My first instinct was to delete it. But curiosity, it has a voice louder than logic. So I said yes. We met at the same cafe, the same corner. But this time, everything was different. She looked older, dimmer. The glow she once carried like firelight was gone. Her eyes were tired, her smile strained. "Thanks for meeting me," she said. I said nothing. "I'm not here to make excuses," she began. "I just need to tell you, I thought he was better, but he wasn't." I stayed silent. I needed to hear it all. "He made me feel excited," she said, her voice shaking. "But it wasn't love. It was chaos. It was games and jealousy and lies. He cheated. He used me. And by the time I realized what I had lost, you were already gone." She reached across the table, Her fingers trembled. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I miss you every day. I know I don't deserve a second chance. But if there's even a small part of you that still feels anything, please." She broke down. Right there, in public. And me, I just sat still, not cold, not angry, just still. I should have felt vindicated, triumphant, maybe even smug. But all I felt was calm. "I'm not angry anymore," I said quietly. "But I'm not the man you left behind." She nodded slowly, tears falling freely now. "I loved you," I continued. "I gave you everything I had, and for the longest time, I prayed you'd come back and say exactly what you're saying now." Her eyes lit, hope flaring. "But now that you're here," I said gently, "I realize something." "What?" she asked, barely holding herself together. "I'm okay without you." The words hit her like a final verdict. She covered her mouth, trying to trap her sobs. But it was done. I leaned back, exhaled, and let the weight go. For so long I wanted closure. I told her. I thought this moment would fix something. But it doesn't. I don't want to restart what already crumbled. I just want peace, and I found it. She stood up slowly, wiping her face. "I wish you the best," she said. "You too," I replied, and she walked away. No pride in her stride this time, no defiance, just a quiet exit. But I didn't watch her go. I didn't need to. I stayed, finished my coffee, walked outside, and let the wind hit my face. It didn't hurt anymore. She said he was better. She left me for him. And a year later she came back, in tears.